welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Shatoka, and if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back. So today is going to be the finale video. Well, not finale video, let me not say that, but the last video of showing me making my vacation makes before vacation. So I'm gonna keep sewing. However, me recording the process of me sewing, I'm done. I have about a week left. Today is actually July 31st. We leave on the 9th. And so I'm still going to sew up until probably a couple of days before vacation, but me setting up the cameras to be able to record and showing, plus I'm kind of like going to freestyle some things, so I want to kind of just like be in my creative flow and not worry about getting shots of me making things. So I wanted to go ahead and upload this video. So this will be the third installment. However, I'll still do a recap of everything that I did end up making, what I took, what I wore. So stay tuned for that. This is going to be episode 3, and I think I'm going to go ahead and add the 2 like prep videos I had uploaded about vacation upcoming sewing plans to that playlist. So if you are finding this video later, you'll have all of those videos together in one playlist. But I want you guys to stay tuned to the end of the video so I can show you which pattern I ended up deciding on for that beautiful leopard print fabric that I ended up getting. I did finally decide, and I'm probably gonna make that on Friday. So I still have something else cut out to go before that, but I wanted to share with you guys. So go ahead and rewind back to me making the 2 makes that I'm sharing in this video, and then stick around to the end to see the reveal of what I'm making with that beautiful fabric. Hi guys, another day in the sewing room. So today is Friday, the 26th of July, and I'm off of work. So I plan on knocking out a couple of things for my trip today. I have 3 things cut out. We'll see what we get to. What time is it? It is currently 12:16, and I cut out this McCall's dress. I'm doing view E, and actually let me get the pattern number for you guys. It is 8348 because I had the display number. So I've been wanting to make this dress for a while, but I didn't have enough fabric for like the ones that I wanted to do. And I went to Hobby Lobby the other day, and I ended up picking up this on clearance. So I picked up 3 yards. Well, it was 3 and a little bit more because it was like the end, and she was like, "You just want it all?" I was like, "Yep." So I think it's like 3 yards and 1/8, but it was enough for the dress. I cut a size 16, but I plan on this being something that I wear over a swimsuit because it is kind of transparent, and I do have some green spandex, so I'll probably make a swimsuit to match this. Or I mean, I could do white, I could do, you know, I could do whatever, but I do have some green that I think I would make a swimsuit for. But we'll see during the process of me making it. If I really like how it fits, I might just like wear shapewear under it and wear it as a dress. So we'll see, but I'm gonna go ahead and jump in now. This dress is super simple to come together. I did sew that center back seam in the back of the dress, and so now it calls for you to sew the front to the back. I also did sew the back facing piece as well. I'm gonna put that to the side. So now I'm just going to pin my front and back pieces together. Yeah, I'm gonna be able to knock this one out really quick and move along to my next dress. So as always, we're gonna match our notches up. What do you guys do when you're sewing? Most of the time I'm listening to music, but on this day I decided to put on a YouTube video. Probably shouldn't have because I wasn't really paying as much attention as I needed to. You'll see coming up. So you guys, I decided to try it on before moving on to the next step. So with this dress, you're supposed to connect the facing pieces and then add them to the dress and then connect them in the shoulders to have like a clean finish, instead of closing the top before that. So I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and try it on first to make sure I like the fit, if I don't have to take it in or anything. But I did just end up putting on like some like shapewear shorts so you guys can see, can't see through it. But I think the fit is good. However, you guys, I somehow wasn't paying attention and I actually sewed the wrong side of the front. So I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but in the back it looks, this is how it's supposed to look, and in the front I can tell that this is the wrong size. So I'm thinking also too, because like it does have like some more stretch in there, like part of me wants to just cut it out like the stitch and then reattach it the way it's supposed to be, but that would make it tighter. I do have some room in the back, but again, I kind of wanted this to be a more flowy like type of dress. Here's the bottom. Let me see if you guys can see. I'm gonna move you back a little bit. So here's the length of the bottom. You still can't see. Bear with me. Here it is. So it's all the way to like below my calf. And I think I'll keep it this length. It's just gonna be like a casual dress to throw on over a bathing suit. So I'm going to have to decide if I'm going to actually seam rip or just cut it and make it tighter. I think I need to seam rip because I really love like how it looks, and it's not like too tight. It's nice and relaxed because again, like I said, I don't even want to wear like shapewear or anything. Right now I do have on like a short that is kind of like a holding, like a sculpting short, but if I have on just like a swimsuit, it's not going to be like super sculpting. So yeah, I think I need to just seam rip it and then sew it the proper way. I'm glad I decided to not take the easy route out and I seam ripped her. So I actually ended up, well, I sewed the front and back together of the dress, but before overlocking, because I have white on my overlock machine, I was like, let me test it with the facing piece first because I wanted to see if it was going to show through like too harshly, but because I have white on my machine. So actually, let me see, I'm going to put it like in the light. It don't look bad. So, I mean, can't really see it. I wonder like if it's stretched out. I can't really see it a little bit, but to me, that's not gonna bother me. So I am gonna go ahead and overlock the whole dress. And then I'll go ahead and put those facing pieces on. So you guys, this is literally like an hour dress that's turned into like several hours. A little bit annoyed, but I'm gonna follow through. So, you know, with me having a seam rip the whole dress because I sewed the wrong sides together. After that, I did go on and overlock the facing piece, because you do insert the facing to the dress and then connect the straps at the shoulder. But my overlock machine just decided to stop working, so ended up going back to what I used to do before I had a surgery. I would just zigzag stitch all of my raw edges if I felt it was necessary. Sometimes I would just leave it the way it was because a lot of the knits that I worked with did not unravel, but I am wanting it to finish this nicely. So zigzag stitching the entirety of the dress. I did try to rethread my machine 3 times. Because I have gotten better with being more patient with it, because before I would just like re-thread it one time, and if it didn't work I just give up. I did it 3 times and it still wasn't working, and I'm like, you know, I'm wasting 30 minutes trying to figure it out. I'd rather move on. So the next step is to connect the facing. So I've already sewed the facing together, front and back, and it has us connecting the facing onto the body of the dress and then sewing along the front and back necklines and the underarms, and then I'm gonna have to turn it over and connect the actual shoulder seam together. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. I've never done this method before, so we'll see. Alrighty, so I have attached the facing onto the dress, and I understitched it as far as I could, but it was pretty tough because of these corners. So now we're gonna turn her out together. And again, like I said, I've never done this method of closing a shoulder. Let me snip these stitches of closing a shoulder. Hopefully it's I like it. At first I was just gonna go with just like close it off and then attach it afterwards, but I was like, you know what, try something new. You never know, you might actually like this. So here is this the back? Yes, this is the back. And I'm just gonna stick my hand in here, turn that out. And I was able to understitch the underarm pretty good, so it was more so like the V in the front and the back that was kind of difficult, going up higher to where it gets like really skinny. Okay, so let me turn it around. Are all 4 straps out? Okay, all 4 are out. And let me, I guess, stick it down underneath, inside. Okay, so here's the front. So it's all encased. Like I said in the other video, understitching is really important with turning facings in, because it automatically like goes in. So I think, let me see, should I, does it say press first? I'm actually going to, yeah, I think I want to press out this first before attaching the 2 shoulder straps together. So let me get a good press on this before I do that next step. Okay, so I've turned my dress inside out. According to the instructions, I have to open up the straps and sew them right sides together at the shoulders. So on the pattern, you're supposed to sew the V in the front and the back all the way up, but the underarm seam you kind of left a little bit open so that you're able to like open out both. So I'm going to, actually, it looks like I probably should have, I didn't even use like the dots to where how far you're supposed to sew up. I probably should have left this one open a little bit more, but I think I'm gonna be able to make it work. So basically I'm gonna pin together the shoulders and then sew across here And then I assume you just flip it under, and maybe, yeah, you're gonna have to close it, like maybe hand tack it down. But yeah, this is my first time I've ever closed up a shoulder seam like this. So actually, let me see if the other side would pin better. Let's see. So right sides together. Yeah, this one is like more open. So let me pin this one. And I'm gonna sew at the top. I'm assuming it's like at 5/8. Yeah, seam allowance. Like the rest of the pattern. And then I'm gonna flip it on the other side and show you guys how it looks. But interested to see how it turns out. I guess this will be nice to do for like, maybe if I'm making like a knit top and I want to close it up this way, like if I make a double line knit top. So I'm gonna go ahead and sew that together now. I actually really like this method. I'm definitely going to be using it again. You do kind of have to finagle at the straps, but I worked it out and it looks really nice. So here we go. I did it. So what I'll have to do is I'll flip it back out. So basically I flipped it in, and I'm gonna have to like slip stitch the armhole close. Well, at the shoulder. That looks nice. I like that. Nice and smooth. Interesting. It was a little tough going around the corner. But yeah, I'm about to do the other side. And then I'll try it on for you guys. This is hilarious. I was too excited. Y'all, I did it wrong. Well, the method was right, but I attached the wrong straps together. So I was like, wait a minute. This is literally the front and back, well, two back straps together. Like I was supposed to connect these two so that it would be on the side of the arm. So when I went to open the dress up the way it would be, because there's a center back seam in this dress, but the front is just regular. And so when I held it up, this is the inside of the dress, I'm like, oh. So y'all, I gotta, today has been a day with this. So I gotta seam rip this, and like I already like, oh my gosh, like my straps might be a little bit shorter now because I already trimmed like the seam allowance, well, the extra that was there. Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna have to end up trimming, I don't know, I think I should be okay, but now I have to like seam rip this so now that I could connect these two. Worst case scenario, my straps will be a little bit shorter, which is probably not a bad thing. It'll be fine. But yeah, I was like, let me show them what I did. I was so excited about this new method and ended up connecting the wrong straps. So let me go ahead and pick this out. At least it's not like the whole dress that I had to pick out earlier. It should take me no time to pick this out. So after picking it out and connecting the shoulders correctly, I then slip stitch the openings. Finally done with the dress. I feel like this dress took way longer than it needed to take, but I'm done. I ended up slip stitching the top portion, and I've decided that I'm going to just leave the bottom unhemmed. I'm gonna lean into the beachy look of the dress. and being very like casual. I do really like the fit. The only thing that I don't like is that because this fabric is transparent, the portion at the top that has that facing, you can see the difference. So I feel like I should have thought about that in making it, because then that way it could have just been like a true, just simple beach cover if I just like maybe hemmed it as normal. If this was a regular fabric, you wouldn't be able to see it from the outside, but you can in this one. I'm going to move you guys back and move it down and step back so you can see more of the dress. But overall, I actually really love the fit. It looks like a slip dress. And I love how flattering slip dresses are, so I just really like this pattern. I'll definitely make it again, and if I make it in a fabric that is not see-through, it wouldn't bother me that you could see, you wouldn't be able to see the facing piece, but definitely making it onto the trip. And this is just going to be a cute throw-on dress to throw over like a swimsuit. So yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think I should maybe possibly take that out so that if I wear a swimsuit, you can see through it, or just leave it alone? Like, because that actually did take some work in doing that. Let me know what you guys think. And I'll also like have some cutaway of you seeing the full length of how long it is on me. And I'm 5'10", and I ended up, what size did I cut? I think I cut actually, pattern envelope I have is 12 through 20. I think I cut a 16. Yeah, a 16. Hey y'all, another day. Still sewing vacation makes, but after I had the day I had with making all those mistakes with, well, not, yeah, they were mistakes, going through that super simple dress and it coming together, but it taking such a long time, I got like super frustrated, and I was like, you know what, the next thing that I make, I'm just gonna sew it. I don't want to record or do anything. My overlock machine was messing up still. I was like, yeah, I'm over it. So I ended up moving on to another pattern, which was a romper, which is McCall's 8069. Really popular romper. I remember seeing quite a few sewers make it. And I decided to make a wearable muslin out of a bed sheet that I thrifted. And y'all, it came together so quickly. And I kind of like kicked myself after the fact, like I should have just kept recording and not have gotten discouraged or whatever. But it's a super simple romper, but it turned out so cute. I'm gonna have to insert a picture, or like a little video insert of me in it. But I just finished. I ended up just using pinking shears to finish it, because I wasn't even sure if I wanted to have this be like a wearable muslin. I just wanted to test the pattern out and the size before I cut out it in my like good fabric. So it turned out super cute. I like it a lot. Like I think I might want 3, but I'm gonna stick with this one, and then the other one that I cut out, and I'm about to sew that up now. But yeah, I just finished hemming this one because I was pretty much done with it. I just didn't hem it. So I just finished this one, but I already have another one cut out and ready to go, because as soon as I was done, I was like, yeah, let's cut out another one because I know I want it. So I have this really nice like teal, like turquoise gauze fabric that I've had. I believe I got this when I went shopping in LA. I'm gonna have to look back at some of my hauls, but I had like, I think 4 yards or so, and so I had enough to be able to cut this out. And so I'm about to sew this up. I did try, because this is actually like a couple of days later after doing the wearable muslin, and I tried to work with my overlock machine again. It's still not working. You know, I had gotten to a point where I was pretty good with threading it, but it just hasn't been, I haven't had any luck the last few days. So I just tried like 2 separate times to thread it, and it's still not working. So I'm just gonna pink these seams or do a zigzag stitch like when I move on to my knits, but I'm not gonna stop sewing. Like I've only had this for about a year. Before that, I wasn't using an overlock machine. I love it, and I love the finish that it has, but like because it's not working right now, and I'm not taking it into the shop, I don't think anytime soon, because I don't think it's broken or anything. I think I'm just threading it incorrectly somehow. I'm thinking I'm doing it right, but it's not working. So I'm just gonna move along. I'll be fine. Like, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna move on. So I am going to sew this up really quickly because it is a simple make. It took about an hour and a half to do the other one. This one should be quicker since I already know how it goes. And then I'm moving on to my next item. Like, I'm ready to keep it going. This is going to be a tried and true romper for me. Really simple make. Love how it comes together. So the next step after sewing the front and back pieces to the romper together is to connect the two right sides together, and then we're going to sew up the crotch and up to like your marking. So this romper does have a low cut front and back. Well, the seam is in the center, and so you could, you know, have it go up as high or as low as you want, but on the pattern pieces it actually has it pretty low. I don't mind at all. I think for the back I actually sewed it up kind of high, and then the front was lower. I'm going to adjust that on this one, but on the wearable muslin it's kind of high, so I'm going to make sure that I make sure on the back it's not as low, well, not as high. The front was just fine. I don't mind it at all. When I tried it on, like, I didn't have on any like bra or bralette or anything, and it was enough coverage for me, and so I'll probably wear it like that on vacation. It's kind of loose fitting, so if you want support, then, you know, you would wear something, but I'm probably not going to wear anything. But I did make a snip where you are to stop sewing on the front and the back. And then next after that, you will attach the pockets. This comes together so quick. If you guys haven't made this pattern, I definitely say make it. It's so flattering because it's a very roomy romper, and you can wear it without the belt. I like it with the belt, like as I said in a previous post. Like, I love a nice cinched waist, so I'm definitely wearing the belt on both. But I'll show it to you guys in the video without the belt, so you can see like how roomy it is. So I sewed up my crotch seams, and then all the way up the front and the back of the romper. And so now I'm going to take my pinking shears because, you know, my overlocker, and clip them first before I then sew down the openings of the front and the back. So actually my pinking shears are pretty old and not as sharp, so I actually have to be careful when I'm using them because they don't cut the best, so I can only clip a little bit at a time. It's like the blades aren't as sharp deeper down on the pinking shears, so I kind of gotta like go in chopping motions, but they still work. But yeah, I've noticed that because whenever I would try to do like put the fabric all the way down, like it wouldn't be cutting it really good down here, only up here. And I wonder, I'm gonna have to like Google or YouTube and see if there's a way for me to sharpen these. I do have like a sharpener for like my regular scissors, but like you can't stick these like bladed ones down here. I might just have to buy a new set because I've had these for such a long time. Because like I told you guys, like I just got that overlock machine my past birthday from my son, so like I've used these pinky shears for years. But yeah, so after that, I'm going to then, like I said, sew up the openings and then the arm and then add the pockets. Almost there. Now I have it pinned to him. Only a couple of steps left. Have you guys made this romper? I was asleep on it. I've had this pattern for years and I'm so glad I'm getting around to making it. Definitely see another one getting made before the summer's over. So I ended up finishing, hemming the armholes, the opening in the front and the back, and then I was about to pin my pockets to put on, and I guess in a haste when I was cutting out the romper, because I was like hurrying up, I forgot to clip where the pockets line up. I believe I did, yeah, I did on the pockets, but I don't have it on the sides. So I'm like, I gotta pull out these pattern pieces again. And I mean, it should be the same on the front and back. So I'm just gonna pull out one of them and clip it so that I can have them meet up. Because I thought about it. At first I was gonna just like gauge, but I'm like, nah, let's not do that. Let's not guess that, because I don't want my pockets to be too low or too high. That would be kind of awkward. So actually, I think this is the back of my, I will do the actual one it is supposed to be. No, is this the back? Or is this the front? This is the back. So I'm gonna grab the back pattern piece. So I'm gonna grab the back pattern piece. This is the back. And line it up. And here it is. So I'm gonna snip it. Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, let me actually match up my notches. Because I did clip my notches up top. So I'm gonna line up these notches to the pattern piece and then snip it right here. Okay. My fan is blowing my pattern pieces. It's hot today. I don't have AC in my sewing room, so I have to have a fan or I'll be sweating bullets in here. All right, there we go. Okay, now I have my snips, and now I can move along to pin my pockets. And then we're gonna close up the side seam and then hem it, and we're done. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. So after that, I will sew my belt together, sew my ties, hem it, and we'll be done. I'm kind of thinking I might break it up, but then again, part of me is like, just finish today. But I don't have to. Like, I could take my time. Like, I work today, so I can just do this step and then finish tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Here she is. Love how it turned out. Definitely glad I ended up picking this pattern. And the wearable muslin definitely did not disappoint. I actually think I like this one better, but as I always say, I'm a Prince girl. So yeah, you guys, again, thanks so much for watching all of the videos. I really love the dress, the silhouette of that dress, and I'm definitely making that again in just like a regular knit fabric because it's super flattering. I love how it fits, and I also love that new feature that I've learned about, like double lining a shirt and not hemming it the same way. Like, I'm definitely gonna make me a couple of like tops that way where it can just be really nice clean lines. But yeah, I'm glad I actually made that pattern. I have been wanting to make that for quite a while, but I just hadn't gotten around to it, so I'm definitely making another one of those before the summer ends. Really love it. It's super flattering, and it's also a great transitional piece. So also those rompers, those are super nice, super popular, like I said in the video, and I'm definitely making more of those. I love a romper with pockets, and I really want to make a couple more print ones. I actually do really like that floral one, which was the bed sheet, and I really want to make that romper again in like a black and white fabric. I don't have any in my stash right now, and I'm kind of like, I don't need to be buying fabric right now. So I'm like, you know what? We're going to just wait until we come back from vacation. But I really do want a black and white one. And maybe I'll do a pants version because it's really a really nice fit. I can definitely see that being a pants version. So stay tuned for that because, of course, I'll share it on the channel with you guys. Okay, so let me go ahead and grab the fabric so I can show you guys which pattern I'm going to use. So here's the fabric. If you guys hadn't saw that video, this is a beautiful like crepe type of fabric that I got. It has a really nice like satin feel. It's kind of close to charmeuse, but it feels a bit softer. I picked it up and I have 5 yards, and I was torn on the pattern, but I have decided that I'm going to do the new look pattern. So that's new look 6729, and I'm super excited. So what I'm going to do, you guys, I'm going to make it sleeveless to begin with, but I am still open to doing a sleeve. It's a really lightweight fabric, so I think a sleeve would be really nice and dramatic for vacation. But I'm gonna cut out the top and the bottom of view A without the sleeve to start, just to see how it goes, and then I'll decide. I'll probably maybe just drape over fabric over my arm to see if I would want to do that before cutting out the sleeve, because if I don't, you know, if I'm not gonna make it, then I'm not gonna like actually cut out the pattern piece, but I could just like hold up a remnant after like I'm cutting up to my arm to see if I would need that. But I'm really excited about it. A lot of you guys voted for this one too when I asked you guys on that video, so thanks so much for everybody who commented on it. But I absolutely love it, so I'm super excited. So again, like I said, I am gonna still be making things up until my vacation. I'm going to cut some more things out. I have 2 more things cut out, and then I'm gonna try to get around to swimwear. But you guys, I've kind of like psyched myself out about like the swimwear. I'm like pulling out my old swimsuits, and I'm like, you might just wear those. I might make one, like, because I've already cut out that one out of that really nice like copper fabric, so I'm making that one for sure. But I was going to make like 3. I don't know if I'm going to get around to making 3 swimsuits. So yeah, stay tuned for that, because of course I will share a recap video. And then if you guys aren't following me over on Instagram, follow me over there, because I will be sharing, of course, like when I'm on vacation. So I've been on my social media break for 2 weeks, but I'm going to be sharing once I go on vacation. So if you're not following me over there, it's the same as here, Shatoka J. Follow me over there and you'll see the makes before I bring them to YouTube. But yeah, thanks so much for sticking around. If you like this type of content, go ahead and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I would love to have you here. Also, click the notification bell so you'll be alerted when I upload a new video. So until next time, bye.